So here on your mat in child's pose, try to see if you can relax a little bit more. Letting your seat fall back towards your feet. And then if you need to come up out of the pose, when you're ready, you can do that. So you can just find yourself in a comfortable seat. Maybe take your shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. Can you see me okay?
Yep.
Cool. So take your shoulders up, back, and down a couple times, opening your chest. And then you can swing your legs around. Let's actually come to all fours on our mat like this. So tabletop pose. If your wrists are sore, you can do fists with your hands. And then just check in with your body. Notice how it's doing tonight. You can roll your hips. Checking in with your low back and your waist. If you've been sitting all day, maybe you were driving, studying. And then plant your hands and tuck your toes. Come up into down dog. You can bend one leg and straighten the other, opening up your calves, your lower legs. And then come on down and rest. Remember to listen to your body. This is your practice. I'll offer you invitations and suggestions, but I'm not in your body. I can only see parts of your body on screen. So really, listen to yourself, but just like you did about like your gender and sexuality, no one could tell you but you. We are the ones who know what's best for us at all times. So extend your right arm across your chest and just grab outside your elbow, opening up that upper arm here. And then switch arms. And then bring your pointer fingers together like this. And then reach up overhead and take a little back bend. Maybe your chest pops open. And release your arms down. If you're a person who binds, be careful with heart openers. And if you're binding tonight, it's okay, but it's not ideal to do yoga binder for next time. So come to all fours on your mat again. And this time, extend your left leg back. Tuck your toes and rock forward and back, opening up your calf muscle. Maybe even your foot, ankle, your heel. And then switch legs. Stretch your right leg back, tuck your toes. Open up that right leg, the calf, the heel, the foot. And sit back, rest. Check in with your neck. You can bring your right ear to your right shoulder, your chin to your chest, left ear to left shoulder. Don't go all the way around unless it really feels okay. And then come back to center, find stillness. And we're gonna check in with our wrists now. If you all love social media like I do, your your wrist might be screaming for help. So you can just do some circles. You can say, "Hey, wrist, I love you." They might be like, "Mm-hmm." You're like, "I'm sorry." Maybe you say, "Thank you. Please forgive me." And then release your hands, sit up tall. If you can sit up on something like a pillow or a bolster, that's good to get your hips above your knees. If not, it's fine. Y'all are young. And then we're gonna do like seated cat cow. So you're gonna pull your heart forward, opening your heart. And then you're gonna curve your spine. Just moving our spine forward and back in these two different directions. And find stillness. Now grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to your left. Open up your side body. This is one of my favorite stretches post-op surgery. And then come back to center. Release. You can stretch for a moment. And then go to the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to your right. And release. Come back to center. Roll your shoulders out a few times. You laughed at the wrist joke, so we'll give them some more love. Maybe it was relevant. Bring your hands down to your mat or to the ground, and my fingers are pointing towards me, and the palms are down on the mat. It might be really intense. Keep breathing. Sending love towards your hands and wrists. And then take a moment to pause, break. We'll do the same thing now. You're gonna put your wrists down. And this time the palms are face up and your fingers are towards you again. This one is more intense. So I just pause for a moment there and then fold my hands back in, kind of like kneading dough. And conclude. Sit up tall. If you didn't get the notice that this was going to be super restorative, that is the vibe. So welcome. We're going to go into a supported back bend now. So you're gonna take your bolster if you have one, if not a pillow. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see better. Well, I'll try it from this angle first, and if it's like you can't see enough, I'll move. So you're gonna place your bolster like this across your mat long ways. I know it's inconvenient that they're the same color. I have the color scheme here. And then you're gonna lie back on it. You're gonna have your shoulder blades on the item and then your head comes over it. And it's best to keep your knees bent so as to protect your low back. So it's just a supported heart opener here. Go ahead. And if you have any questions, just let me know. You can even windshield wipe your legs side to side if that feels supportive. If there's any bright lights on, you can cup your eyes with your palms and just allow yourself to close your eyes. Really go within. Let your nervous system settle. Worries of the day release. Now we're gonna come up. So bring your hands to your waist or by your sides. Roll onto one side. You can grab the mat. And then you don't have to sit up, but you just want to get the bolster out from underneath you. And then you can lie flat again so that your back like recalibrate on the mat. Feel the ground beneath you, supporting you. Imagine energy from the earth holding you, allowing yourself to feel supported. Notice if your breath starts to slow down, to deepen. And then we're gonna do another restorative pose. So come up and I'll show you how to get into it. It's very similar to that one, but this time you're gonna see, you could see me enough in that one, right? But as I was demoing it. Okay, let me know if you can't in this one. You're gonna bring either a block or a pillow, or even if you have at home like a foam roller under your low back. And so you're gonna do supported bridge. So if you know how to do it already, you don't have to wait for me. But you're just gonna lie on your back. You're gonna plant your feet into the floor and then pick your hips up and place the block underneath your low back or your sacrum area. You gotta kind of play around to find the right spot, and then you'll find this sweet spot and you'll know. You'll go, ooh, and you can hang out there. You can windshield wipe your legs side to side, really allowing the low back to release. It's like a free low back massage. You can stay still or you could keep getting into that low back by windshield wipering your legs side to side. If you want a little more intensity, you could extend one leg out at a time. So for example, the right leg comes out and you let the heel come to the ground, just opening up your hip flexor. If you did extend that one leg out, go ahead and bring it back in. And then let your left leg go out in front of you, your heels on the ground, opening up your hip flexor. And then draw that foot back in. Plant both feet on the floor really hard. And then lift your hips to the sky. Get the blocker pillow out from underneath you. And release your hips back down to the ground. You can find stillness, connecting with the earth. Maybe you want to windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then bring your left foot to your right knee and let your legs flex that foot and let your legs fall to your left. Notice if you're holding your breath and see if you can keep breathing in the pose. And then come back to center. Plant your left leg on the ground. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Flex your foot and let your legs fall to your right this time. If you're like me, your knee is very far from the ground, but it's just hanging out in space, opening up the left side of the hip, the left hip. And then come back to center. Plant both feet on the ground, both feet on the ground, and then bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall out to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana, aka reclined butterfly pose. You can make a pillow with your hands behind your head if you like. See if you can feel where you're still holding on and just let yourself relax a little bit more. And slowly plant your feet back on the floor. Push your feet into the ground. Reach your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Come on up to a seat. That's called a sit up. That was awful. We'll do no more. Let's do some low lunges though. So just scoot your feet around. You can return to tabletop for a moment and check out how your body's doing. You can do some cat cows here if you want. Maybe you rock your hips side to side, opening up your glutes. You could do hip circles. You could do really big hip circles like this. And then we're going to step our left foot forward. So if your knees are sensitive, put something down to protect them. You're gonna step your left foot forward just like this, your back knee is on the ground. For a low lunge, just opening up our hips. If you've been sitting a lot this semester, studying, your hips might be tight. You can move like I am, keeping it flowing, pulling your knee forward and your hip. And then we're gonna switch sides. So take your right foot forward. Keep opening up that left hip. If you want, you can reach your arms overhead and get a heart opener. And then take your hands down, bring your knees together for hero's pose. This is a resting pose. I like to say heroes like Simone Biles know when to rest. If you're ready, you can come out of it to all fours again. Shake your hips side to side. Notice how your glutes are doing. Often we're sitting more than we notice, and then our glutes get tight from just being there solid. You can stay there or come up into down dog. You can plant your hands, suck your toes, and just notice how your calves, legs, shins are doing. Are your calves tight? Are they loose? Have you been walking a lot on campus? Not stretching. No judgment, just noticing. And then come on down. We're gonna do some supported side planks. So plant your right hand and your right knee down and then extend the left leg out and reach your right arm, your left arm up. And then break the pose. What we do on one side, we have to do on the other. So go ahead when you're ready. And break the pose. You can find child's pose again. You can take a pillow between your thighs if you like, and just hug that pillow. Slowly start to come up. And then bring your legs out in front of you. We're gonna do a forward fold. So if you're stiff, you can grab a strap if you have one. If you don't, it's okay. And you're gonna grab the feet with the strap and then scoot your bum back, your seat, so you can sit up tall. You don't want to hunch like the cell phone on the toilet. So you got a really tall spine, sit up. And if you don't have a strap, maybe you start to grab your shins. Maybe you can reach your toes, or maybe your hands are on your thighs. Just find your position here. And then release. Let that strap go if you had one. You're gonna plant your hands now behind you. Your hands can be out to the sides, they can be like this, or they can be like this. It depends on what feels better in your body. You'll figure it out pretty intuitively. You figured your gender and sexuality out, so I trust you. You're gonna plant your hands and feet on the ground, lift your hips to the sky, and then breathe really fast like a sniffing dog. And let your seat fall to the ground. Shavasana, the best part. Get yourself set up super cozy so that you can relax. If you have a bolster, you might want to put it under your knees. If you have a blanket, you can put it over top of you. Perhaps you wear glasses and you want to set them beside you. You could put socks on, you could turn your lights off, get really, really cozy. We're going to be here for like 10 minutes, so really set yourself up for relaxation. And if you want to take it seated, you can also stay seated. You can do anything but stand up. That might be weird. So my teacher, Dharma Mitra, says that relaxation is the best antidote for impurities. So we as a collective, the queer trans community, we've been through some, I'll just say, trauma in the last few days, and it's been hard for us individually and as a group. And so sometimes when we go through something, we're trying to process it and we don't know how. I know I've been like trying to figure out what to do to make everything better, like scrolling on my phone, but that just in fact tires me out. It doesn't make anything better. So sometimes we just need to actually allow ourselves to rest, to reset, so that then we can be of service to ourselves and our friends. I'm going to mute you all now just for Shavasana so there's no echo. So lying or sitting here, we'll do a guided relaxation. Relax your shoulders a little bit more, your forehead, your jaw. If you're seated, see if you can have your spine nice in alignment, nice and long, sitting tall, not hunched over, open heart. And if you're lying, see if you can extend your hands beyond the yoga mat, not hunched up together, but really taking up space. We'll do a guided body scan, starting with the hands. Bring all of your attention to your hands. Your fingers, palms, wrists, letting go. The forearms, elbow joints, and upper arms. All tension out. Let yourself relax. You deserve it. The chest, collarbones, abdomen, belly. Open, spacious, room to breathe, room to be. Bring your attention now to your feet, your toes, the soles of your feet, and tops of your feet. All tension out. Ankles, calves, and shins, letting go, melting like butter on a cast iron pan. Knee joints, thighs, hamstrings, letting go. Muscles completely relaxing. Glutes, hip, and pelvic bones sinking down into the ground, feeling the earth supporting you. Low back, middle back, and upper back. Open, spacious, room to breathe, room to be. Feel like the best of the best is already taking place. There's nowhere for you to go, nothing for you to do, no one else, no gender or other identity for you to be, except who you are here, already resting perfectly. Go within to the center of your chest and wander there. Slowly start to return to body consciousness. Wiggle your fingers and toes like you're waking yourself back up for the first time today. If you're lying down, keep your eyes closed and slowly make your way to a seat. No rush. Notice the quality of your mind, breath, and spirit, heart. The effects of just 1 hour of yoga. Imagine if you did it every day. We'll close with the sound of one Om and three Shantis. Shanti means peace in Sanskrit. We'll send peace to every trans person we've ever met, every trans person we'll ever meet, and every trans person we'll never meet. That's everyone. Shante, Shante, Shanti. May we all continue to be receptive to that great intelligence that lies equally inside of each one of us. Some people call that the queer trans God. Thank you so much for practicing Om Shanti. I'll stop the recording now. Let me see how to do that. Mm. I changed it. I can do it. Oh man. It's like you just do that. It's so embarrassing. Okay, I got it. Stop.